I think those games that I mean, the 3D stuff is great. Games are getting more and more realistic and all this stuff like that. But there's something about letting your imagination fill in. What happens on the other side of that cave entrance or whatever that is. I think that makes a game really top notch. And maybe that's a good thing because you don't have all those graphics or whatever that you just leave it up to the player's mind.
Yeah, and that's the weird thing about whenever I first started playing Link's Awakening. At first I said, wow, this is going to be so cool. I'm going to be playing the one of the original retro Zeldas. But then like 5 minutes into it, I was playing it as a Zelda game. Despite all of its oldness, I mean, I just got right into it, even with its top-down 2D everything. It was an odd sensation.
Good game design is good game design. You know what I mean? It's.
Yeah, classic stuff. It just works. It just works. I remember. I mean, if we want to just for a second indulge me, I played Zork. Who remembers Zork? It was a text-based game where I don't even think it came with a manual. You were just kind of like, it said something and then you were like typing in commands to try to figure out what was the right thing to say and. That you spent a lot of time on that playing just because the picture in your head was amazing. So I think that those types of good game design, just basics, you can't beat it. So Barry, what are you playing there?
This is a demo that I kept pasting a link to that you clearly never downloaded.
No, I downloaded it. I just couldn't get past the cave. I didn't know how to get to anything else.
Good save.
Yeah.
No, this is my latest version of the tile engine, which we talked about briefly before you tiled. One of the things that I think everyone has to do while testing a top-down one is just steal Zelda graphics. So this one, I mean, it has. I've not really focused on the collision with this one, but it's got you can travel through the areas and what have you. So that's just a very basic one. The other one was because Caleb was talking about platformers. So let's see how well this actually works here. So this is the other. This is obviously this runs at 60 frames in my old computer. So I'm just working on it. It's got the platforms which don't actually collide yet. This is my water shader, my first proper attempt at a shader. So the bottom half of the screen has a reflection. You can see the layer, even though it's very slow. Obviously update.
Yeah.
But that's fine. And because I've been messing around, I did get convinced to mess around with the shaders. So this is another thing that I'm trying at the minute. This is just using various snapshots and layers to lighting. So it's very traditional in a level to have a halo around your player. But this is a test with halos of different lights and stuff and combining them, and it all seemed to work. I mean, this took me about 30 minutes to get it working just as a test, and I'm happy with it. There you go. That's it. I mean, I love interesting one. I got one of those Google, what do they call the Google Cardboard 3D things.
Yeah.
And you stick your mobile phone in. So I quickly knocked up a test for that. Can't see it. If you use the device, you can't play it because obviously there's no input. So I need to get a Bluetooth joystick or something. But if you're really good, you can go not cross-eyed, but you open your eyes. You can actually see the 3D in these.
It's
things
like do the magic eye book things from the 80s.
Yeah, I was great at them. So I was using this as a playground, but I need to get more organised. I've been doing a list of what's needed to actually finish a game. But when they started talking about platformers and then talked about Zelda, I was going, oh no, come on, this is just not a coincidence at all.
That's hilarious.
I was going through old discs, and I did this about 10 years ago in Director, a program to take in Zelda maps and strip it down to its component tiles. Image maths, you can the same. like you can do it manually, probably, but a long thing. And so it compacted all of the screenshots down. So when you're talking about Zelda and stuff, today I was going down memory lane looking at all this Zelda stuff. It was awesome.
That's fun.
Well, Caleb, after all this Zelda talk, taking nothing away from the magnificence of Zelda, you're absolutely wrong. Day of the Tentacle is the best video game ever, and if you've never played it, you need to go play it.
Okay.
And then you should build a nice 2D adventure game library for Corona, and we can all use it.
There you go, Caleb. There's your takeaway for today.
Oh.
Hey, Barry, you still there?
I am, yeah. Hello.
Okay. Yeah, I was typing your name, and I think I blocked you for a minute or something. I couldn't hear you.
Oh,
Your
yeah,
name
yeah.
starts with a B. So, sorry
Everyone
about that.
tells me it didn't, yes.
That's how I roll, man.
Okay. Well, hey, does anybody have any final questions for Caleb before we wrap things up for today? No? Nothing? Okay. Well, Caleb, tell us where everyone can get CBEffects.
So it's just on GitHub at my username page, whatever you call that, and you can alternatively, http github.com/gimbalcoding/CBEffects.
Okay. Yeah, we'll put a link in the show notes. It's probably the easiest to get, and yeah. So thanks for putting it together. I just want to appreciate the fact that you've put all this work and effort into doing it, and continue to maintain it and keep it up and keep it running. So we look forward to seeing. Yeah.
We forgot to mention that. You know that, right? We used it in one of our previous shows to do one of the sample games.
Oh, really?
See? No, you're busted. You're not watching the show. Right. No, we do a series. We've started to do a series where we reproduce game mechanics, and we made Zigzag Boom. Or Zigzag, was that? Yeah, Zigzag Boom. Anyways, we used CBEffects to do the particle trail for that, if you know what I'm talking about. So, thanks to you.
Go back and check that out. I think it's 126 maybe? Hangout 126 or so? In there somewhere. Somewhere between 126 and like 134, 135.
You've got a better memory than I do.
Oh, I forget, but I
You're the man.
I hung on to that one, yeah. All right, well, yeah, thanks for Caleb for being here and for hanging out with us and for spending all the time with producing the library. And we'll put a link to the show notes to all of that stuff. So go check out Caleb's library, and contact him if you have questions. Obviously, he is interested in your ideas and making the thing better. So let's collaborate on it and build something great. So. Thanks for being here today. Everybody that's on the panel, you guys hang out after the show and we'll talk some more. But thanks for watching today. Thanks for being with us. And we'll be back here next Monday at 12 p.m. Pacific to talk all about mobile app development using Corona SDK. Until then, have a great week and happy coding.